So
Hi.
the plan is to start, right?
Yes.
We start,
Yes.
and then we
Look
start
at the
when
camera.
it starts.
Look at the camera. Look at the
Oh,
camera. Hi.
hi.
Fuck
Welcome
you.
to another react video.
No. We have never done a director's commentary before, as you can tell.
No.
Not in the slightest. It's really hard not to look over at that screen. We're
Yeah, it is.
currently, you can see us. Or I can see us.
We can see us and you can see us.
Yes.
We are looking at what you are seeing.
Correct.
Over here.
You know what this is? You know what this is?
Director's commentary?
For what?
For the murder mystery that came out 1 year ago.
Not on this channel, it hasn't.
That's true.
On this channel, it's been about 6, like maybe 5 months.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
That's fine. But we were the directors for on the channel. It's called A Murder Mystery.
Yeah.
We're gonna be commentating part 1 of the 3 parts. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be pausing occasionally throughout, as minimal as we can, but we might get too excited.
Yeah. I can see.
I do know of at
happening.
least 2 parts that we're stopping at, and it's the very beginning, like right here. This is not a part of the commentary, technically. Right here, man, we would be good podcasters. That's going in. This is just the intro part. I want to do a commentary before we start, and then a commentary right after the interviews.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Which was a fun idea.
Mm-hmm.
I say we just start.
Let's just do it.
I'll switch over to the other screen and get that ready.
It's not us.
It's not just us anymore.
Wow.
You no longer have to look at our handsome faces. You have to look at a black screen in our handsome faces. That's going to stay in too. Maybe not that.
Aww.
So I want to talk about what inspired us for this.
Okay.
Specifically. So this was originally just my idea, I believe, at first. I just had an idea. I wanted to do a big live action event for Halloween because last year, originally this premiered on our RPG channel, just Pats and Dragons. And I wanted to do that because on there, we do a Halloween extravaganza every year on every Tuesday of October.
Which we're in the middle of. Which
we are. Probably not when this comes out, but who knows?
Fair
Maybe it will. But usually it's every Tuesday. Last year, the reason I wanted to do something special is because last year, the final Tuesday was Halloween. And that never happens for us. That's never happened in the 4 years we've been, 3 years at the time. Man, we've been doing 4 years now. 3 years at the time, never happened before. And I thought, I want to do something big and special. So I thought of this, and I couldn't figure out everything by myself. So I asked Izzy here if he would help me.
Yeah, Aaron came to me with the idea, and I remember I was just at work, and I had just got off work, and I was having a particularly crappy day, and
I made it all worse.
He texted me, and he was like, hey, I had this idea. I'm like, okay, shoot.
I'm gonna switch over back to us.
He was like, oh yeah, I have this idea for a murder mystery. Would you like to help it with it? And I was like, murder mystery? I love murder
mystery escape room is what I told you.
Escape room. And I was like, man.
Both of which
obviously.
We've always wanted to do before. So we put like multiple months of puzzle thinking. I think we had like 3 times you came over. We just spent hours thinking of puzzles.
Yeah.
I think we went a little overboard.
It was brainstorming.
I think we
purely.
I think we went a little overboard at times, as you'll see in the next one specifically. For the next one, I'll mention it more in depth. But for this one, I just want to say we spent a little too much time thinking of difficulty.
Yeah.
Instead of fun. Which was an issue, and did make it last 4.5 hours. That's just what you see. That's not what we played. We played from 7 to 3 a.m.
I had to go to the bank afterward.
She did.
That wasn't fun.
I'm sure it wasn't. Oh Lord. Oh no. But that was fun. We spent a lot of
Yeah.
time thinking of that. We thought of the decorations, which
Yep.
you'll see throughout. I'm sure we'll talk about that.
Oh yeah. I
Um,
definitely have a lot of things to say about the decorations. A lot of them are
a
mine.
lot of them are his. And talking about their obliviousness to what day we said it was.
Yeah.
As you'll see, we said it was Halloween.
It's Halloween.
They did not remember this.
They don't know it's Halloween.
They didn't remember
That
it
was
was
a
Halloween.
problem.
That was not a problem, just a fun facts. But I think I actually want to do another one after the intro because I want to talk about it. Because
Yeah.
I put a lot of work into that intro and I'm very proud of it.
Of course.
But I do think we should just get started with watching it.
Yeah.
Just watch the intro first, and I'm gonna talk about it because I'm very proud of it. And then the full interviews at the beginning, because there are interviews.
Yeah.
And then talk about those as well, because that was a fun idea.
It was a fun idea.
I want to say more, but I'll wait. As much as I don't want to, I'll wait. So we're gonna get started with the intro. I don't want to talk during the intro because it's only about a minute 40 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just get started. Honestly,
let's get right into the movie.
okay. So we had a fun time with that.
Mm-hmm.
So on that intro, I didn't have footage of everybody like I was supposed to, so I had to get as many people over as multiple times.
Yeah.
To film those sections that you can see of them, of the people there. It was fun. For this murder mystery, for this improv film, we have what they are.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that for the next one, which has been announced by this point. Maybe if it has even come out. But I don't want to say just in case. And I thought that was a fun idea. Just have be like, clue.
Yeah.
The murder mystery. This is what they are. Like that kind of thing. I thought that was fun.
And the fact that Vinny Valencia
doesn't have a title.
Doesn't have one.
Doesn't have a title. Yeah, he's a mafia. He's a mafia. That's why he doesn't have a title. I'm not gonna just call him the mafioso. I'm not gonna call him the mafia. That's why. That's such a big, as if it's even revealed in it.
It's not really revealed, but it's very obvious.
It's not relevant either.
No, not at all. It's very found in context clues.
If you're paying attention, you'll get it. But no, it's not said at all.
Connor did such a good job. Vinny was
you'll see
my favorite.
You'll see
character.
in a little bit. He's a lot of those characters. and he lived. And he
It's
lived.
true.
So that was great. Uh, and something I really liked is that you can see throughout it, you see Charles Dwayne, who I play, constantly looking somber and wandering throughout the house, definitely contemplating the night that is about to occur.
Mhm.
And it ends with the Paths of Dragons presents. Now, at that time, we didn't have Paths of Dragons Productions, this channel, so that's why it would say Paths of Dragons Production, a Paths of Dragons production, but we didn't have that at that point. Um, it's really fun with the black and white edition,
Yeah.
which that was really fun. I was
Mhm.
debating on picking that one, but I want to do it section by section.
Yeah.
That was supposed to have Act 1, Act 2, Act 3,
Mm-hmm.
but I forgot to export it.
Oh
I
no.
fully thought I did, but I forgot. Patrick said it actually works really well with the intros.
Mhm.
Like it feels like you're watching three separate things because you are.
Yeah.
But as you can see, we love the music of the intro.
Oh yeah.
It's so good,
It is
and
perfect.
I need to find the person. I need to find the music folder because it should tell me who made it.
Mm.
Do you remember what it was? It was this one, right?
I
No,
think
no, 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 no. It wasn't that one.
I think it was apprehensive at best.
No.
No?
I really don't know. I feel like it is this one. We'll figure it out. But regardless, I do believe it is by this person.
Oh, Asher
Yes,
Falero.
I do believe it is by that person, regardless of which one it is. It's either that one or
A lot of the music we spent like
we spent like hours scouring through
it was
the
like a
YouTube audio
3 hour
library.
ordeal where we were
Yep,
listening to music, pairing it with the
yep.
scenes, and we are
We
really
spent
happy with
the music took the longest time. The music specifically for the intro as well.
Yeah.
Because it has to be perfect. It has to be ominous, sad, and interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting for what we're looking for. I'm really not sure which one it is, but we spent a lot of time looking at it.
Oh yeah.
It's been, is it Fault Lines?
It might be.
I don't know. I'll probably find it in afterwards and put it in, but
Yeah.
it's a very good intro. Next, we have the interviews, which I don't remember whose idea that was. I feel like it was mine.
I think that was like a collaborative
joint
deal
effort.
because
I feel like I had an idea of this, and you had more an idea of how it worked.
yeah, because I think it was like you're like, oh yeah, I'm
going to do like
a
an
way
office
to-
style interview.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how I would do that.
Yeah, that's what it was. You had the computer in the back, and you're like, "Oh yeah, like an office style interview."
And I tell them they can go throughout.
Oh, I'm like we should have like a dedicated like few scenes at the beginning, and if they feel free to.
No one did.
There. No one
did. We told them they could. I'm happy they didn't.
It did spark this idea, so
I'm really happy they didn't because that would have made it last even longer. And in fact, the interviews are the biggest reason it took so long at first because it took us like 2 hours.
It was a 2.
We were supposed to have started at 7. We did ordeal. Technically. We did this first video at 7, and then we took like an hour, which is why I didn't do them for this next one.
Yeah.
Even though it would have worked really well with the story, it would have taken too long.
It would have been a long.
And I'm really happy I didn't do it. But I think it really worked for this one because you got some more insight into the characters that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
Yes.
Especially because this one is not filmed as if it was actually happening.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is. This one is more filmed as like a regular clue, murder mystery. So two people with cameras. Us too, actually. Just filming the whole thing. I'm really excited for the next one because I get to talk about we're gonna talk about we're gonna save that for the next one. But I'm very excited to talk about that because that one took a lot of maneuvering and I got very lucky. But we're gonna be talking about the interviews now. This is one we're gonna talk about throughout.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of fun doing that one. So I'm gonna get that ready. First, as you can see, we filmed the door. We filmed them entering into the building and then having them do their little interview. First one being I believe it is
is it Jordan's character?
It's no, it's definitely not. I think actually I'm pretty sure it's Valencia.
It could be Vinny.
I'm pretty sure it's Vinny. No, it's definitely Vinny. Because he just leaves the door open.
Vinny!
Yeah. He just fucking leaves the door open. That's such.
He does not care.
No.
Who are you?
I'm the one who asked my 3 people, which I believe are Connor. It's Vinny.
I had. You had Colton for sure.
Yes, I had Vinny, Kieran, and I didn't have Lawrence, I don't believe. No, I had. Did I have Eleanor? I don't remember.
I think you had Eleanor. Yeah.
I don't remember.
And I had the other 3.
Yeah.
Yes, that is.
I
But
know
we
I
asked
had
different
Jordan
questions.
and Taryn.
We asked different. We did not plan those questions.
Yeah,
We should have.
we should have.
We did
We
not.
had a base outline,
And I
of what
used
we were
the
going
base
to ask,
outline.
but we I strayed from it
Yes,
on
it's been
accident.
Yes, you did.
maybe a year since I last spoke to him, but
Yes.
him being a millionaire and all, he's got all these important things going.
Being a millionaire and all.
I
love his sunglasses that he only wears for how long?
all in all,
You know, maybe the first 30 minutes.
You're right. You're right.
Also,
he's a
I
great guy.
forgot they have
bad
little
things to
name
say about
tags.
him,
That was
say
my
They
idea.
they did.
I
They
saw it
did.
at
Yeah,
Walmart
so,
when we were shopping
you know,
for
he's
the
great.
I
murder
just
mystery.
realized that yet too.
And I
All
was
really
like,
have to say about him.
oh, I want that. And so I just started writing their names on it.
Speaking of that
I
name
mean,
tag, we're going to see
it's
near the end of the video
But,
And
with a specific
him
Kieran
and
Kennedy.
his social status, it's got
And it's not
maybe
seen
some
at
of the
all,
business economy,
but
some-
me and
some
Aaron
rich
have
family,
name
so,
tags
I expect
We
some,
did.
that said
classic
cameraman 1,
upper
cameraman
class
2.
I
stuff,
think mine
but,
fell off.
I think so,
At one
this is
point.
also Mr.
I think
White,
yours did
so,
too. I don't think we'll stay down the whole night.
I think I
yeah,
ended up
state
putting it
life,
in my
so,
pocket.
Mhm. But Vinny here,
yeah, it doesn't really matter who these people are.
I gave everybody a list of characters to
yeah,
choose from.
yeah.
For most people I picked, I gave like two men, 1 woman, except for one. I gave him 2 women, 1 man. He was upset that I didn't give him all women. That's not Connor. That's not the one who plays Vinny.
Jordan just
Vinny-
looked in the camera.
The moment he saw the name Vinny, he just went, I'm gonna pick Vinny, even though there were 2 other options. It was so funny. No contemplation.
I am an actress.
Jordan
as
here
you
was
know.
actually
Charles
the
Lee
backup,
was
which I know that
my
sounds bad, but
producer,
she did
and
a
I
great
started
job.
Avengers
She did
movies.
It
wonderfully.
was supposed to be Walter,
And
but he was unfortunately
he
unable to because he had
decided
work.
to start
And she plays
stealing money
Alice
from me.
Armitage.
Yes.
That was like,
She was such a bitch.
yeah, that was
Such
like,
an asshole, but she did such a good job. I'm so proud of her for that.
Not
It was
I-
so good.
that was a
That's
last
bad.
minute
She had colored hair
change
here.
because it was
Wait, she had
originally
colored hair.
Alan Armitage. Yeah,
I forgot about
she
that.
had purple.
Yeah, it was
hair.
originally Alan Armitage,
And
but
Overall,
it was not hard to
good
change
man.
it from a man.
no, it was Alan.
Kind of nasty
so I
for
went
stealing my money,
Alice.
though.
And also, the story didn't change at all.
No,
But she did such a good job playing an asshole.
I don't expect greatness.
Who does
I don't
not
expect
get any
greatness
better?
from anybody but myself. Really, just because that's all
neither
I've been
does
shown.
Lawrence.
No, but Lawrence is funny. We'll talk about him when he
But,
gets here.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe they'll surprise
But she
me.
did such a good job.
Don't.
Such a good job. Speaking of Lawrence and Kieran Kennedy,
Oh yeah, I forgot they entered.
let's
together.
talk about that waltz for a second. I'm gonna go back a bit. I'll go back a bit.
Oh,
Talk about that little waltz as he struts into frame. Just the.
There. Did you see it?
Did you see it? So good. Why did he open the door for him?
I don't know. And the funny part is you can see Colton, Kieran,
Yeah.
reach for the door handle, and he just.
We're still lucky that it's hard to
I'm
tell.
Kieran
But we're
Kennedy.
starting with Kieran.
They have
Kennedy.
heard it.
This is Colton's first live action thing he's ever done.
Yep.
He
I
was
am
not.
a politician
He got
in Maine.
very good.
Mhm.
One of the best.
You can tell he's a little uncomfortable here.
Every single clip that he says in this interview, imagine right afterward he
just goes,
says,
"I'm done."
I'm done now.
Yep, that's in the blooper.
He
reel.
keeps doing it.
I told him to do it.
Clearly,
It's
he,
hilarious,
noticed
and
my
it's the same
importance.
cadence is the thing. Same cadence.
done.
He looks up and he goes, "I'm done now."
Yeah.
And
But-
it's hilarious.
But he definitely got more comfortable.
Like I said,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is what I think.
I think
no,
he's definitely gotten a lot more comfortable
We'll look
with
up
this,
the-
and I still
some
think he did a
things.
great job in this anyway.
But I'll keep
Oh
it
yeah.
It was I'm very impressed,
personal
especially with his
reasons.
first time doing anything like this.
Mm-hmm. He only
Um,
I can only think of one time where he actually was like, where he flubbed something, and that was
maybe
when he said he was a lawyer.
Yeah, and that's
More
not in
it's-
this. That's
I-
in the
It's in the
blooper. And he totally
blooper.
did that
Had
like
a
one
few
time.
run
It's
in this
hilarious,
way,
but
Mhm.
he did great.
I think
He did a very good job, and
Might
he's never
be,
gonna watch this. So
he
we're gonna
seems like
do as
he-
many compliments as
the
possible.
right of the
We
first
love you,
ones.
Colton.
We do love you, Colton. We'll send him this clip. Just that. All right, Lawrence Lemmings.
Lawrence
Lemmings Law.
A fun
There it is.
fact about his costume
Uh-huh.
here is that
Wedding.
yeah, he and I went to a wedding
take
for our
Paisley
friend,
that,
and that's where he met Jordan, who is his real life girlfriend. He was wearing, me and him both were wearing this exact suit.
Long story short,
So the entire
lawyer
time
Charles
he's in the exact same suit that we were in for the wedding.
millionaire
The same bow tie and everything.
is
He
Just
changed.
imagine me in that,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And not the bazinga.
and not Bazinga
Yeah.
from
Which is
everyone's
backwards
favorite
on
hit
that,
TV show,
but-
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. Don't you mean
Probably
don't you mean New
boring?
Oh yeah, New Girl.
Yeah.
Not
Anyway,
suited to my taste.
let's look at Lawrence Lemmings Law. He says that so many times, and it's funnier every time he does it. My friend Zach lost it.
Uh-huh.
Every time you hear Lawrence Lemmings was his second favorite character.
So
He did such a good job.
He's a
I was
being
supposed to
also
make
being
him...
a sleazy bastard.
Oh yeah, I was
The fact that
supposed
he-
to make him
Great
cards.
He did not.
I did not, and I regret it.
It would have been
Because
so.
He
I
would have
just imagine him
got
handing
a
out
card
cards.
and
Lawrence
handed
Lemmings.
to every single
Lemmings
person.
Law. My favorite thing about this is the fact that him and Jordan, they are dating at the time.
Oh yeah,
They're still dating.
that was like a
Their
month
characters
or two in.
despised each other, and that's hilarious. And the fact that they both live
Yeah,
is even more funny.
Well,
yeah. No,
But
they'd only been dating.
He
for
did
like
such a
a
good job
month.
playing a sleazy lawyer.
they're just trying to get money.
He wasn't even hiding the fact that he's sleazy
You know,
almost the whole time.
maybe
He's also very suspicious in these interviews.
Yeah,
the attention being close.
he's not the killer. No,
No.
he's not.
He's not.
Uh,
Spoiler alert.
spoiler alert! As if this hasn't been out for months, and this is a director's commentary. Very funny. Harmony Harlow.
Oh.
No, not Harmony Harlow.
Oh, it's Eleanor.
Harmony's last. I forgot about that.
Wow.
I honestly thought it was Eleanor. That was him touching the lock. By the way.
Yeah.
That's a him, by the way.
Beep, beep, beep.
He's playing Eleanor Edwards.
I am Eleanor Edwards.
You can
asked.
tell. Why is he responding to me? Oh, wait, it's definitely me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember this.
He asked
He's
me
responding
make
to me. I didn't
artworks
tell him to
for
do
him. A lot.
Yeah.
Up
But
he's-
he does a very good job, at
And-
least for the first two
Yeah,
parts,
he-
of not being suspicious.
He
And
has
until you
a
think
lot
about
of,
it, he's the only one not. He's going
sway
everywhere.
over what I do.
He
Generally,
did
I'm
a very
the
good
one
job.
He's
I'm
Yeah.
very, very
employing
good
to
job.
do things, and he's pretty much the only one.
I think everyone did a good job besides, like, Benny being like, he's not that great. Charles Twain, about Charles Twain.
the
He's not
food
that great of a
is
guy,
nice.
but I like him.
The
Except Alice
people are
and
odd.
Lawrence, ironically.
That one thing in particular, the
He stole my
big
money.
bow tie is
But
not the
speaking
most
of that
fantastic, but
that
Um,
little diss
everyone
towards
else is
Lawrence
The
there.
during one of the parts, there's a candlestick. No one looked at it,
Oh yeah.
but we can get to that in part 3.
The candlestick is quite
we have a lot
important.
of that in
I
Charles.
like
It's
the
a-
candlestick.
Yeah, I know.
It's safest to
But-
say that
This is our murderer, our wonderful murderer, who nobody
a
knew for the
find.
longest time until like the very not. I think some people figured it out before the end,
Mhm.
before
Just
the big
before.
reveal, before the big thing with all the
I expect they'll act
evidence
like
and
normal
stuff.
people, if not
But-
like eccentric
Also in the
weirdos,
bloopers
like
Mhm.
from this,
yeah, he just goes.
he goes, I
I
love,
love killing people. Now we have Harmony Harlow.
Harmony.
This is my
Harlow.
wonderful fiance,
I
girlfriend at
almost
the
said
time.
girlfriend.
I almost did. She's playing Harmony Harlow. Also, her first time doing something like this.
Harmony
I
Harlow.
think she did great. She doesn't.
Mhm.
You did.
You did
No,
great.
I'm a fashion
You
designer.
did great, Ben.
I met Charles.
She's
at
playing
a
Harmony
fashion
Harlow, a
outlet.
fashion designer who is
Mhm.
not named that
Got it.
actually. Her real
Oh,
name
right, yeah.
is Jordan Fletchers.
Jordan Fletcher's, yep.
So far,
Fletchers.
not much.
Yeah.
No
Good
relation.
food, everyone seems
I
to
say
be
that's really funny. But I think
talking
she did a great job
ish.
playing just someone who's
That's
a
about
part
it.
of
There's
this.
weird
Her
decor,
crime
but
really isn't
it
that
matches
bad
up with
compared to
Charles.
everybody else.
No, not at all.
We have a corrupt politician, a
He's
murderer, a forger
I
and
mean, I get
murderer,
to design
the
like,
mafia,
dream clothes.
just a
but
pissed off actress, and
he's
a
not
sleazy
the
lawyer, and
best
identity theft
And there's something wrong when, the mafioso
is
is
the most morally good person here.
the most
Not
likable,
much.
most
Just
sane
expecting
person in
Charles
this
to talk
entire
I think
thing.
that makes it more entertaining. But speaking about Harmony, she was one of the people who got killed during
So
it.
how do you guys get
Yeah.
Charles?
Now I pause it.
Rip.
Now I go back a bit. Go back a bit. Now we're here.
Now we're here.
Now we're here. Right at the beginning.
Whoa, it's
speaking
us.
about the interviews, is there anything else you want to say about?
Oh man, they were just really fun.
They were really fun to
record
do.
and stuff.
Mhm.
There's so much footage that was not
Nope.
used because we had to like go again, and also like things were like they were like, oh, so what do I say? And we're just like,
That's up to
oh,
you.
well, that you just say anything, really.
You're your character.
It's just like this is you now. This is you for the night.
Mm-hmm.
And after the interviews, we took a long
shouldn't have.
break, and we should not have.
No.
And
No, we did.
I
We shouldn't
think it got almost dark by the time we were done with that break.
It was.
And
it was like
got
8:30.
things, set up. Yeah,
It was like 8:30
it was
by the time we started.
bad.
For comparison, the one we just finished recently.
Mhm.
We started at like 6.
Yeah, it was about 6,
Roughly.
6:30, I think. We all got there at like
Roughly ended
5:36.
9:30, 10.
And
No. I think actually everyone got there at a certain time. It took a little bit to do the intro, but I think everyone got there at like 5 actually.
Yeah, I think
We
was
started
early.
much earlier, and then we ended at like maybe 9:40.
And that is with a 45-minute
Break.
break because all the cast
'Cause-
members
yeah.
went and got
And
coffee
well,
and
me and
stuff.
someone else, but that's something completely
Yeah,
different. I just
that's
wanted to
completely
compare
different.
when we started and when we ended. Started much later.
we are now
ended
starting the
way later.
commentary on the next one.
It started earlier, ended much later. Started earlier, ended much earlier. We're not gonna be doing that anymore. At least
Mhm.
maybe even the next one we might do it on multiple days just to make it easier.
Right.
Might make it better. I'm
Mhm.
not in charge of that one, so that's gonna be fun.
Mhm.
But I think that's all we have to say for the neighbors. So let's say we just get started on the full thing.
Let's get right into the murder.
Let's get going. We're gonna just start and just be talking through it. I don't think you've seen all this. I think you've seen this one,
Yeah, I've seen part 1 and part 3. I have not actually watched part 2.
which you will when we get through it.
I know how it goes. We
Mhm.
edited it, but I still
edited
haven't
it.
watched it. Yeah, he did most
He helped
of it.
adding music for some of the first one.
He did 95% of the editing. That's not
He's
me.
still a director,
Mhm.
which is why he's here, and I'm happy he is. Let's get going.
So how do you guys know Charles?
First words, Harmony Harlow, asking how we know Charles.
Florence,
Charles
I'm a
Wayne.
lawyer. Lemming, Florence.
For those who haven't watched it,
Lemming,
I don't know why
Florence.
you're watching this. Go
Harmony
watch it,
Harlow.
you idiots.
Never heard of you.
You got spoiled.
Never
already.
heard of you.
Spoiled for everything.
I'm Alice. I'm
is
actress from church.
The one bringing everybody together. He's the party host, the one who
Wow.
dies at the end.
My beautiful.
Yeah, speaking of the decorations,
Yeah.
your ships. A
So
lot of ship stuff.
there's a lot of
don't think-
ship kind of
So you
ocean
explained
stuff,
more, but not
Halloween
the question I
decorations.
have.
Most
sorry.
of the Halloween decorations are mine, and
He was my producer.
pretty much everything ocean related
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he's my
is
producer.
also
We were
mine.
pretty close for
It's-
a while until
It's a lot of stuff that
You
I
know.
keep in one cabinet in my
Yeah.
bedroom.
Uh-huh.
Everything that's like decorated, that's like that tea kettle set. That was my grandmother's, and I love that too.
Speaking on this part, one, I added a filter, which you can, actually might be able to tell. It makes everything a little more clean.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, regarding the audio, this camera and the other camera can hear the other groups. It's a little
How did you
difficult
know?
when the people talking aren't loud, which isn't Colton's fault. It's everyone on that side doesn't speak very
We're
loud.
blaming Colton though.
No, I'm not blaming Colton.
We love you,
How did you know?
But we do this whole first part is just them learning about each other, the audience learning about the characters, who they are, what they stand for, health insurance,
Having good conversations, health insurance.
especially health insurance. We'll get to that when we get there.
That's one that pissed me off.
That's why I kept it in. You know what happened?
Oh yeah, it's comedy gold.
It is.
For
I
God
think I
almighty.
did. I'm not entirely sure because it has me make
Quentin
like-
Tarantino shot.
No, I like that shot.
I'm not the one who
I think it's a good shot.
Quentin Tarantino's
fair
good at
enough. I just make
cinematography
designs.
And feet.
and feet.
Specifically.
Just so happens to be like correlated.
Sure.
It sounds right, right?
Also, the fact that Carson
Exactly.
looked directly in the camera.
Yep. I didn't even notice that.
He might not. He might.
I probably
He
did.
could
when
be
it
a
first
strong
ended.
independent, or he could have been a strong.
We said
independent
almost
man.
every single time they looked into the camera at the person. Oh, he's a salesman.
Salesman? Yeah.
This is one I didn't get. Why is he wearing glasses? You might ask. He stole Carson's.
Yeah. It's you know.
Yeah.
He's not wearing glasses when he walks in. He's not wearing glasses after this scene.
Well,
No one notices it. It's a blatant continuity error.
Yep. You didn't even notice.
I didn't notice at all. I was just like, oh
I
yeah.
think we noticed after the fact, when we edited it.
I think it was during editing. We did not realize that Nathan had those glasses.
This filter makes Colton look so dark.
Car accident.
Yeah,
Like, that suit is not that dark.
that's my suit, by the way. Colton uses it on occasion, like the wedding. Coincidentally, he was also in that suit during the same wedding that I mentioned earlier.
Oh, there's a jar of eyes.
Oh, I love that jar of eyes. All the Halloween decorations are
This
basically my mother.
tape gets so many good shots. So many good shots, specifically from lower angles. Obviously not during the first part, 'cause it's not meant to be any intensity. It's supposed to be just casual. I think, also, I don't know if you noticed, there is Mozart. I believe it's Mozart
I think so.
playing the whole
It's
time.
Mozart or someone similar.
I believe it should be playing the whole time.
Oh yeah, it's long.
Yeah, I believe it's Mozart symphony.
Yeah.
It's either that or it's another really long one. Or the serenade. I think it might be both. But yeah, we got that YouTube audio library once again playing the whole time. The whole time in the first time. It's been to be like a party, a casual little get together, a Halloween party.
So
It
You
works
can even
very
see
well.
how scary Mona Lisa in the background.
Yeah. I love my.
And there's
scary
that
Mona Lisa.
name tag.
Gone
Is what
with the
fall off.
wind.
Gone with the wind.
I love the way she said that. I looped that. Not looped it, but like I kept going back. Such a good way. Gone with the wind.
That was a
So good.
that was an
Actually, I
inside
was,
joke for quite
but
a while.
only in
Gone with the
See, this is one of the
wind.
times where
Makes
I don't know why I got that angle. It's because I was trying to get. This is one of the times where I'm like, you can't hear the other
just getting
group.
started. I was
I like that. I think they're just talking a little quieter. At least certain parts. During other parts,
I
as much.
was in.
There's me and Aaron. To
Yep,
the
yep.
right.
There you can. That little picture. That
was
unfortunately,
in
that picture frame broke.
the fall.
Oh, no.
The picture's okay, but the picture frame broke.
Oh, I
It
didn't
was
know
on my
that.
bed, and I accidentally
Yeah.
kind of leaned on it wrong,
Oh,
and it just completely shattered.
Oh, that's
You
sad.
look like you.
I was very upset about this.
It's a Hobby Lobby frame.
It was also just a little fun Easter egg.
We bought
We wanted to
3 of
use-
them. 2 for a puzzle you see later, and then that one just.
We're about to see one of my favorite transitions.
certain I can't.
I believe.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
need to talk to
Just
your
listen.
own lawyer?
Do you have a lawyer?
Do you have a lawyer?
It is ill-advised for even a lawyer to represent oneself.
This is true.
Ah, so you can't Ted Bundy.
Buddy, wait.
Only a dollar.
I love his sigh. Because I can't tell if that was a genuine sigh or
Must
not.
make living pretty.
Oh man.
Oh, I love the way he says cod. This is a 5-cent suit. Oh. This actually almost scared him. Nate is adjusting the picture from the back because we could not get it to stay up. The fact that he did that first try pisses me off.
That is terrible because we both tried.
Yeah, we
so
tried for
long
like 20 minutes
to straighten it out,
and it wouldn't stay. And he does it first try.
and we got it straightened out. But then it, did that.
Yeah.
And
The best part about the whole thing is there is in fact a puzzle behind that.
Yep.
He was scared he was going to find it.
That's what I thought. I was like, well, damn it. Like, one of the puzzles immediately out of the gate. But,
Nope.
nope.
Didn't even
I
find it.
think Colton finds that one.
He is the one who finds it. In one of the best shots.
It is a very good shot.
Yeah. That's one of the ones you did see. That's part 2.
I try to stay on top of things, but I know, I know when people like you want to make a good name for themselves. So.
I like him quieted down. He thought he was going to talk about health insurance.
I thought he was
No, he's
going
talking
to-
about suits, talking about rich people.
Shop at these places that the people shop at. They're just getting like good prices.
People. He is one of the few people who stays in character the entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean few people. I mean, everyone's staying in character the whole time. He was able to keep the accent the whole time.
There is a moment later, and I'll...
Which, to be fair, that's not a very hard accent to do.
No.
But it's still impressive.
There's a moment in part 2 where he stayed in character, and almost every single person did not.
Nope.
I was laughing, tears strolling across my face
That's
while
in the
behind
bloopers.
the camera.
That's
It's in the bloopers, and I'm so glad. I wish I got Terrence's shot, though.
We'll get to talk about that
Oh,
after.
you're from this area?
Duh.
Duh.
Keep up with the program.
I like getting these shots, the over-the-shoulder shots. Those are the ones I really like getting.
Keep
'Cause I
up
think,
with the
look at it.
program.
I think it's a really good shot.
Oh, yeah, that is...
I would give you a card. I would give you my card.
He's referencing the fucking cards.
I need something.
I really wish I got this card.
Here's the thing. He would have given a card.
Yep.
Recognize
It is
I have
actually
one in production.
not as hard for everybody to ignore the camera as I thought it would be.
Mhm.
Now in this one, I told them don't ignore the camera.
Yeah.
But in this one specifically, they had to ignore the cameras. And everyone did a really good job. Sometimes people's eyes wandered looking directly into the camera, but they did pretty well for the first time. Look, glasses are on the table now.
Warriors.
This thing of cotton balls as well. I like this shot as well.
Political jargon?
That's a good whistle.
That was a good
I can't whistle like that.
I can't whistle at all.
Lawyer, huh? That's not suspicious. Let's go back for a second. Look at the way Nate looks over
Look at this motherfucker.
the murderer. Not yet, but watch this. Just I'm pausing it. That's not suspicious at all. Totally not.
No.
How did they not realize from that?
Accusing before the murder has taken place.
Lawyer, huh?
Lawyer, huh?
That's not suspicious.
Political jargon.
Huh? Anyway, I just wanted to point out that is so. Patrick was looked at that one scene and was like, "No, yeah, I would have guessed it."
Killer.
Killer. That's still really funny, but yeah. Michael, did he finish? He did.
Really?
Next time, I think
I
when
would
he
like
used
to
the
talk to you one day about some design
we'll see.
stuff.
I would love
You
to,
can
but
see yourself.
unfortunately, I am working.
Oh,
right there.
Charles
Right
I didn't even
here.
notice.
Let's go back to second again. Sorry.
But unfortunately,
Right.
Look, it's me.
You can see right in the video. I'm pointing at the camera as if you can the videos if you can see it. Right in the window, right up there. You see a little black blob.
right above
That's his
where
hat.
the movie case is.
Yeah,
that's
that's his hat.
me. That's.
Which
Can you tell?
it's so hard to notice if I'm not pointing it out.
I didn't even.
We didn't even notice when we edited it.
working
Yeah.
with Charles right now. It's contract based.
Fair enough.
I'm
Just
talking about Charles, who
I
interestingly enough does not
actually
show up
just
until
had
about
to
halfway
recently
through.
let go of
He's
my designer,
not
and so
in
I'm
it very
looking for
much.
one. So even if you couldn't,
He's
you
in it
have
for only
any
about 30 minutes.
recommendations?
I think
yeah,
I do
I
a
have
really
a
good job
friend
making
who's
an
like-
impression.
Oh, cool.
He's very.
I'm very excited to talk
stand
about
out.
the speech at the end.
That
I
speech.
am
I love
your
it.
design
We planned that about
the nom.
Thank you.
20 minutes before everybody got there.
The speech is
We'll talk about that when we get there.
okay, yeah.
Like, this, these shots I like. When it's on level, that eye line, I love those shots.
These are great shots. Very intimate, I think.
I mean, not really.
Makes you feel like you're part of the conversation.
Not really long. Just character.
I'm guessing you have lots of lawyers in your profession.
I also kind of wanted part of that ham that's right next to me.
I'm gonna go in there too, Chris.
That's totally the only reason.
I'm pretty comfortable where I am, actually, but
I do believe they're going to be moving over to that side, and then Eleanor will move over to the other side, which is very good. That's Nate specifically making my fiance more comfortable, and getting more character interaction between different characters. I think it's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mid being used to 2020.
Yes, you know, yeah. Your friend over here, he was talking about it.
Part of us.
Oh no, everybody's here.
No, I
I
have.
forgot about it. We do this first.
That nice little zoom. That's
Yeah.
to hide someone.
That's to hide a certain Izzy.
I'm Alice.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
No. I do want to point out, it's not. I don't think it's that
It's
unnatural.
not noticeable. If I didn't say anything, I'm sure you did.
It would have just looked like a regular camera zoom, or at least not a regular. Yeah, no, that's to hide him.
I'm Alice.
That's an
Nice to meet you.
artificial zoom in.
Yeah. There's multiple of
What
those
do you do?
actually. And I do like me getting around. I like just walking around, zooming in. Is this you or me? I believe this is you.
This is you, I believe.
Yes.
Because I think I'm behind the movie case right now.
Yeah, I think you're getting stuff ready.
Most of the time it's a commission. Like that.
Here we're gonna have everybody together, obviously except Charles Twain, just talking to each other. I don't know why I'm focusing on Colton.
He's literally doing
I
everything.
can't
He's
honestly
drinking.
say I know too much about it. It's something he was really wrapped up in. Some sort of, I don't know, I might say fanboyish, but
I don't know. If
I
this
really
is-
can't tell.
he is very excited.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's you
Just look at
because
the
I remember I
decorations.
was on the
I think the
staircase
decorations
around
are
this
cool.
time.
Oh no, yeah, you're right.
Yes.
You were like getting
It's a
ready.
bit odd for. I mean,
I think you were
everyday
charging the
house.
camera.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some
The
people
cameras
are
died
like that.
so often.
Yes.
There's one part in the second part that upsets me so
Could
much.
be
And
that he
everyone
simply
goes,
had a Halloween
"Oh, that's
party at
part
one
3."
point
And everyone goes
chose not
upstairs.
to
We don't get it.
take things down.
Yeah,
Well,
it's very sad.
It is
Perfectly
October.
fine though.
Or did you forget?
But this part where this part is everybody talking to each other. They're just
Honestly, I
learning
kind of
about
just
each other,
expected this to
getting
be up all year round with him.
into it.
Yes, how about you?
There's a transition.
Getting shots from Vinny Valencia.
I'm an
because
insurance
He
salesman.
is our boy.
Here it is.
It's fine, gentlemen.
He's an
It's fine,
insurance
lady, right
salesman.
here.
Life insurance, right?
Life insurance.
Oh, hi.
You know,
He talks
that's
about
not
life
really fun,
insurance
you know?
for a very
Pays the
long
bills kind of.
Too long.
Necessary.
not long
That's a
enough.
family business.
Until
Um,
someone dies.
I'm pretty sure
Well,
that
yes, you have,
you could
that
call
somebody's
this
dies, which-
episode
Have
Vinny
you ever
talks
been
about life
called
insurance,
and it would be the
and
same.
you know that would get
And somebody dies.
Vinny talks about life insurance, and someone
I
needs
don't
it.
actually handle the legal side.
That's a really
of
good
business.
joke. Oh my gosh.
But you know, it's
But I think he did a really good job
That's
speaking
what I'm
into it.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting really
It was
into,
about what
into his character. He was a
And
lot.
now,
He was
this
really into Vinny and really into like
there's
getting
not really much to
interactions
explain.
with the
That's the
characters.
balance.
He did really
If I
good.
wanted an
insurance.
interaction with the characters, I focus on Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny Valencia.
Vinny, he did not pronounce it the way we did.
No,
He pronounced
he
it
says
Valencia.
Valencia.
You pronounce it
I mean, I wouldn't
Valencia.
expect any
Yeah.
Which
pretty,
both
you know,
like
we're pretty,
correct.
pretty
Yeah.
good.
I like when he
Well,
says
you know,
Valencia and we
yeah,
say
when the-
Valencia.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I think everyone does a really good job in this.
None of the
scene,
big ones.
not ignoring the camera.
Mm.
Vinny, you said.
By the way,
Yes,
if
Vinny
you haven't
Valencia.
seen this, but I don't think we have. Every single one of this is unplanned.
I do.
It's completely unplanned.
Not everything. Like
The speech later is
speech later is planned.
scripted.
Everyone coming in is planned. Where we started was planned. But this, we didn't plan for them to come together.
And
They
even
did
their
that on their own.
responses to the speech are not planned. In fact, we spent a while, and we'll talk about this later, planning what they
It's,
may
if
say.
it's at a party, I don't really know anybody, right? It's tough. I wouldn't.
But
consider it
no,
best.
yeah, this is
Feels more
entirely
like
improv. I think everybody did fantastic jobs.
Well,
Just staying in
And
character.
it's not like it's a ball.
And props to the props department.
If it were a ball,
Yeah.
look at how tall you are
Props to the
dressed.
props.
So lovely.
We spent so long building
Right.
props.
This is just
You
my
can see one
normal
of them in the
everyday-
background.
Yeah, I don't know
Can't
what.
believe this. Okay.
I love that.
Who's
Shit.
that?
I can't believe this. Okay.
Oh, actress.
Yes.
Okay.
Hair flip. I love the hair flip. She does that a lot throughout. We got snacks for him. They're a little crunchy
So what do you do?
sometimes, but
That was completely just like we were at Walmart.
Yeah.
And, we were like, oh shoot, we didn't think about eating,
yeah, no, we didn't.
and so we're like, we'll just buy a bunch of Halloween candy and
She just skips the ads.
Huh?
She just skips
You are
the
one
ads.
of the ads.
I love
Maybe
the
tell
candy,
me what
yeah.
it was, right?
We just wanted food for him throughout, but mostly because they needed food and it would make it made sense for the
At
party.
least try to think.
and we're glad we did it. That was a long night.
Yeah,
Saying
it's not that. It wasn't that bad in the next one, which I should stop talking about.
By
the next one.
not saying you're
We'll get
just
there.
an ad. Goodness.
I like these shots when I get down low.
You said I'm one of the ads. So my
I like when
response
we
was
get down
obviously,
low on
think a bit
Fulton.
more of yourself. That's not what it
We're doing a director's commentary.
That's
Yay,
why.
you should focus.
I don't know.
We're almost halfway.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Very demure.
It's okay. You
No.
guys know Charles.
No, that's gonna date this
That
video,
does
man.
date
That's
this
gonna date
video.
this video. How dare you? How could you do this?
Well, you got something
I like
to say.
this shot.
Got something to say?
He invited all of us. Yeah, well, what else do you want to say? He invited me. I know him a little bit.
There's one thing I
Like
regret.
that way, invited you us.
I added a noise cancel,
Oh yeah,
and
I
that made
remember
it
you
sound a
talking
little
about
muffled, which it does work for most everybody, but not when people talk
I
quiet.
hope she's doing
Yeah.
well wherever she's
I
at.
didn't do as much of that for this. I kept it a little bit more, but I do regret doing that for this. At least that's big.
Once upon a time he was.
Talking
She
about
moved
how
up
Charles
to the
Dwayne-
farm.
Oh, they're talking about it being married, which we didn't say we should have.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things we should have done.
Very
We
well.
should have said he was. They're all in their own.
Speaking of our
Yeah,
We
we
should
should
imply that she
name,
died, but
Fans,
Nope.
it worked out really well.
It did.
Honestly, it did.
It's a very
Digress.
small throwaway line later.
That
Yeah,
matters.
it does matter a lot.
Matters a lot, actually.
not a lot.
I think
Not
I
a
should be coming in soon, maybe in the next 10 minutes. I think so.
Yeah.
I know I'm in the last like 30 minutes.
They're talking for a while, then Eleanor and Harmony goes
Usually
to
per
the other
permission,
room,
but
and then you
you
show
would
up.
pretty much be
We're not like skipping through any of it. Watch the whole thing. Director's commentary. Watching the entirety of it.
You're eating that entire party tray right there.
Oh,
Man,
you
I'm,
could start a
I
cake there.
want some ham
Don't
and
sell your
cheese.
stuff on here.
Man, I'm hungry.
I'm making good money. Okay.
I would hope so. He's definitely got the money to spend.
We got the money.
Something I really love about this is not like
Not really.
technically special to the murder mystery,
Mhm.
but
Mine keeps
what I
me
love about
rather
our
busy.
group of friends,
Mhm.
aside from Patrick and Aaron, we all look so very different from each other.
Mhm.
And that makes us stand out a whole lot more, where it doesn't feel like we're looking at the same person, you know,
Mhm.
over and over again.
Although, of late,
Besides Patrick and Aaron, who are twins.
As this is
Yeah.
But
He was actually supposed to play Charles Twain. I'm
Yeah.
very happy he couldn't, because I got to. He was. Oh, they just switched over.
Yep.
Um.
Aaron did a very good job. In fact,
Thank you.
Patrick actually did play Charles Dwayne. in
You'll
it.
get to see that in the
You
next
will
one.
see how.
perhaps
Yeah.
he simply wished for
Um.
a way out. Excuse.
not too many people like us.
Yeah, black and white.
Oh.
Which you'll see.
Right, so you
Once we
own his
get
lawyer,
there,
right?
but he was supposed to be,
That's
but
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, how long you
didn't expect
how
it.
long you been in that business?
Which is fine. I'm happy with what I
It's been
got.
about 20 years now. Straight out of
Yeah, that man looks. That man looks like he's in his 40s.
Yeah.
a friend of
That's a
mine.
40-year-old man.
He looks very good for a 40.
In real life, too. He's
I'll
47.
be honest. I feel like Connor and Trent were the only ones to pull off being older than
And how
me.
long you been working
Yeah. Fulton looks like
And
he could
obviously
be
being Patrick,
30.
but-
Afraid I cannot
Oh yeah,
slow
Patrick
down.
actually looks a lot.
He's been told he looks older.
So it's anywhere less than
I think
20 years then.
Yeah.
I think my voice just makes me younger. It's the war.
All right.
Not too many people like us. Are you fashionistas?
Something like
They
that.
didn't plan that that they knew each other beforehand,
Yeah.
but
We
they
actually-
did. They made it work, and it works really well. This is because I had to get ready to be Charles Swain. I couldn't be holding the camera.
Yeah, no one's holding this camera. This is
Really
just
steady.
Whatever.
Oh, really?
I feel like this is the best camera angle I could possibly
It could
get
have been
because
so much better.
to be able to get both of
He
them.
decided
Yeah.
to cheap out.
If you notice, specifically attacking Charles Swain,
Charles.
which I think is good for him.
Exactly. I know
Also,
what to
something I
expect.
like is that you can't tell when the handoff of me and
You
him
did say in
switching
the other room that
is,
you could
'cause
disclose
I'm
some
now
information
the
because we all
cameraman.
know.
Correct. I think yours is a little bit more.
I can
specific,
disclose, for example,
but that's
that
because you're
I
staying in
work
one place most of the time.
Is
I walk around,
the nature of
which I think it works.
Yeah.
Like for this shot, I think this is all like that. Probably would have been good if you did walk around a bit, just so when Colt's talking, it would be
Have a
louder.
sensitive nature.
Yeah.
But I do think it works really well for where we
I cannot say.
currently. I'm off in the corner,
I can't.
getting
it's not
dressed, getting my
always
clothes
sensitive
for
information.
Charles Swain.
He was
Simply-
originally naked.
Oh yeah,
it
I'm
was
fully
like-
nude.
it was quite awkward for all of us. He
Yeah.
bumped into me, and I think I
So what can you say about your
He
Like
felt, he felt the log at his leg. Anyway,
Said that I do
this is
well.
the director's commentary.
I
I
was
would
like,
hope so.
Aaron, is that your leg?
Yeah.
And you
Otherwise,
said,
we
"No,
can't-
it ain't
It
one."
No, it ain't.
I would imagine.
It's pickle, as I carry a talking pickle with me everywhere I go.
So is he our
As
alien
you
contract too?
Yes, no.
Pretty much.
I really like these because we get to learn more about them, more dynamics,
Pretty much.
more personal conversations.
That's one thing I really like in this one. There's a lot of exposition in the beginning.
Legally
And
allowed to.
it's not
Yes.
it's not like
Unless it's life insurance.
unless it's
So
life
if you're
insurance.
just a personal
It-
fashionista form,
It's not boring. It's
These
they're
are
having
just actual
conversations and
people.
it's kind of
I
funny.
think they do a good job
It's
making people
odd.
feel like people,
Mhm.
and because they are.
That's not the best way you can explain it.
We actually got aliens.
Weird
to,
style of
be
fashion.
the cast of this.
Oh my gosh. But I'm really excited for when Charles Dwayne comes in. 'Cause he just comes in. I love the pan to
I mean,
me.
he's pretty
Oh,
classic.
And just being like, sorry I'm late.
Yeah,
I'm very excited for that. It should be coming up shortly.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
It's
spoil it.
pretty soon.
But it should be very soon because it's only an hour. It's only an hour. But it's very exciting. I do want to pause it for when I show up. I'm talking about everything that happened before that, and then up until the speech.
Casual
Yeah.
attire.
So we can talk about that because that's gonna.
So,
That's
if
good
you've been working
start.
for him for less than 10 years, say nothing.
They're trying to get him to say how long he's been working
not
with Charles
sure
Dwayne.
how to answer that.
So
Yeah.
it's not been less than 10 years.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
This is Carson not knowing what to say.
I'm going to answer.
This is Connor
If you've been
fucking
working less
stumping
than- if
Carson.
you've been
This is
working
Carson
for
also having
less
an inconsistent
than 5
accent.
years, say nothing.
This is the first of many times
Okay,
that
guys.
Connor stumps
I'm
Carson.
sure
Yeah.
Charles's
Yes,
lawyer,
it is.
he's, working day in and day out. I'm sure
The
he's
higher end clients I have.
Oh, yeah.
Listen.
Cover my losses.
One character
I don't
interaction.
have
Allison.
there
Allison.
are necessary
We talked to
consequences.
two of the people that survived at the
But
end.
that
Have
being
no
the
consequences.
case, you know,
Yeah,
The mafia has no consequences.
Vinny games
For them to get
things.
they get.
Alice does too.
Yeah.
I'm sure
What do you mean
we.
by that?
Lawrence gets to live.
She wanted me to
Lawrence
cut you some
lives.
slack. I haven't
That's
done it.
what he
The same
gets.
thing.
He gets to go to prison.
3 out of the 4 people in this scene live.
If you're a good lawyer,
It's
it's
really
your
funny. The last line refers to Lawrence just.
How were you know? How do you know?
It's very fun.
Well, he saved my
this
life.
is talking about how they know Charles.
10 years ago, yeah, I was
This
in
is
a
very
car
good for
accident,
setting
and I was able to get myself out. The car was at risk of
By the way,
exploding.
This was Connor's idea. I didn't come up with this.
Mhm.
I came up with almost everyone else's idea when I held on.
Yeah.
Connor came up with the fact that Charles saved him
walking
from
around
crime.
Yeah.
right
That's
as
so
it
good.
happened,
He's known
Pull me out.
Vinny the longest.
Pull me out of that. I
Of
couldn't do it
everyone.
myself. And,
And
ever since
I
then,
think
writing
me
the
and my
article
family
that
have been
reveals
very close. Committed
more
like Lisa's
in
close,
that
Which you'll
and,
see next time.
middling health and
Which you will see next time.
family would be to
It's
to
2
a
hours long.
Yeah,
a million.
that's a long
yes.
one.
2 hours of solving puzzles.
But
Should have given
nonetheless,
more hints,
yeah,
or we should
our
have made the
relationship
puzzles. That's the one we're going to talk
I've been
about.
very
Puzzles
grateful
and
to
problems.
Mr. Wayne. I think it's absolutely
Which
great.
there are problems. We're not going to be like, no, this is the perfect
so
thing.
maybe
It's
this
not. It's the first one.
Oh, it was perfect.
Less
There's nothing went
Don't
wrong.
listen to him. He's a bitch.
Yeah, that's a social
I love that
understanding there.
the camera. You guys can't see
the rest
this,
of
but
it-
the camera every now and then focuses on Sheldon's
Why?
face.
Hello there.
Are you serious?
Sorry I'm a little late.
I'm here.
Hey,
Spending all my time
it's Charles
All right.
Lane.
Go back a bit. Scroll out what's happened up until here. Which is like
So
20 plus minutes of character introductions, character talking, just a lot of character moments. And I really like it because it gets
Yeah.
you to learn about the characters and maybe even
And-
care about them if you want
yeah,
to.
you get invested into them. You know, once you know more about someone, you're more
Good or bad.
like, oh no, what happens to these characters? And like, you know, sometimes you're just like, oh no, when's Lawrence gonna die?
He doesn't. Spoiler alert.
And then you're like, when will we get more Colton? You don't.
He dies. Spoiler alert.
But yeah, no, I really like just the first act where it's just we spend so much time on the characters themselves. And I think during the night I was like, man, we shouldn't have done this. And then, you know, as we like looked back at it, I was like, no, that was perfect. That was
good.
it was
We just
really
shouldn't have
good.
had it's the interviews
Mhm.
and part 2 that we wish didn't last as long as they had.
Yeah.
This should have been done by midnight.
Because the interviews themselves are quick. You
Yeah,
know, that's just
12
a
minutes,
small
maybe.
part of the entire story. But the process,
Which is also the first introduction
was
to
so
everybody.
long. Yeah,
Is those interviews.
it was so long.
It took so long to do all of them. Which that in part 2, biggest reasons it took the longest.
Yeah.
Which isn't horrible.
No,
It was bad. It was just could have been better.
we had a lot of fun.
It was a lot of
It's very obvious the last 30 minutes or so
fun.
that everyone is done.
Everyone's
which-
so tired.
Is all right because, you know,
The
the
characters,
characters
would be done.
They were like, oh my god, let's just do this. But
Marcus Sheldon Cooper.
Bazinga.
I'm sorry.
But you know, behind the scenes we were like, oh my god,
Keep
please,
going.
please just go. And like, there's a literal puzzle that I regret.
Yeah,
I-
it should have been 100 pages.
That was my idea, solely
maybe
my
even
idea.
50, but we'll talk
It's
about
so
that when we
bad.
get there.
Mhm.
Part 3. Part 3 is very good though. Part 1 I think is the best. Well, part 3, I think the last 30 minutes of part 3 are amazing.
I
Great.
think part 3 is my favorite episode. Yeah.
I just think part 1 is just such a good job introducing all the characters,
It's
getting you
such
to
a
know about them,
good-
getting you to learn about Charles Dwayne.
It's a
Um,
strong
It's
introduction.
a strong start.
Yeah.
Definitely want to watch it with my friend Zach. He
Mhm.
really liked the first part. He liked the whole thing.
Right. Yeah.
Which was great. But I do believe we should get going because we have Charles Dwayne.
Let's get right into the Dwayne.
Why?
You can hear me walking
Hello
upstairs?
there. Sorry I'm a little late. I was spending all my time getting ready. Of course.
Bro was late to his phone call.
Of course.
I love the suit. It's Patrick's, by the way. My
The
brother.
suit's
Yeah.
great.
This is one of the times where I
Where
think
is
we should
everyone
walk.
party?
Yeah.
Big fan of the sweets.
Martin.
Big fan of the sweets.
My body.
I do love that his personality, the way he looks, is just a
Okay, buddy.
complete contrast to everyone else here.
He's so eccentric, and that works so well.
I made him so flamboyant. It felt like he was a fashion designer. You
Yeah.
know, even if Harmony was.
Well, I think in the article it states that he was also at Met Gala.
Yeah.
And you know that just makes sense. That just
that
with
this man
how he is, you can picture this man in the Met Gala wearing like a flamingo dress or something.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I don't do that.
I know you did this because you wanted to get everybody.
So, your lawyer.
Would have made it a lot more angles, more audio. It would have worked great. I'd like that you can see everybody.
Would have given Colton some audio.
And then me, having heard everything that they said about Lawrence,
As you can he says he's a great son.
pretty much, he should I think I did a good job of building that up, of just complimenting everybody's what they said.
Lawrence, how did you not die? I'm a very good nerd.
Oh, he claimed that he was the best. So is he one of the best, or is he the best?
I think I did such a good job of staying in character. I don't think I broke character a single time. Except for when he said lawyer, which we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, that was
Just to be honest.
But I think I did a really good job. And I love that because of the suit, I stand out. Everyone else is like wearing kind of dark colors, except Alice. But even my suit's brighter, shinier than her dress.
Yep.
Then I see, I'm trying to talk to everybody, to get them to talk to me. I think I did a really good job as Charles.
How's the going?
You can see me look at her when she asks the question, then intently look at Kieran.
Mm-hmm.
And then me saying, I hope you win the next one.
You definitely can tell that Dwayne has some sort of connection to these characters.
Just good or bad.
Interaction.
And they come in on. This is the best angle I could get without cutting off any
When did I make you that
harmony.
I think it was.
I'm really happy the other group isn't too loud. Oh, different camera angle now because I'm clearly
Yeah.
I say that, but it's true. In this
It's true.
I am the character. of Charles.
Fun fact, the main character is Charles Dwayne.
Obviously.
Even though he's not even though he's in it less than most characters. There's only one character who's in it less than him.
This is correct. He's in it for a total of 27 minutes. I believe Charles Dwayne is in it for actually. Charles Dwayne might be only in it for like 23.
Oh man, maybe it is actually supposed to be what I thought.
But I think he makes an impression.
Oh yeah, no. Charles Dwayne is definitely like a lasting impression through the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. We make sure he has a lasting impression.
The character in which I referred to, and we'll get more on that in part 3,
Closer.
has an impression. Not as big. It's definitely, it's like, oh, right. Okay, yeah,
And
that
like
makes
when
sense.
you think you've forgotten about Charles Dwayne, back again he is.
Especially with the end of next episode.
Especially with the end. Yeah, definitely. And especially
Thank you.
throughout part 3, constantly talking about what everyone
Particularly
and it's great.
Lawyer knows big words.
And I just went back here, you know.
Lawyer knows big
You
words.
know, just because they talked a little bit more. You can hear the camera turn on.
Yep.
Because
Is that a joke?
Yes.
It died.
It was
it
important.
died, and that's not the problem. The
Thank
problem is that
Anybody got the time?
there was no better
8:31.
spot to start this camera, this angle.
Anybody know how long this thing's supposed to go?
No clue.
I definitely should,
Well, it's the time to get here.
but I still think I did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, but usually they have some sort of time frame, I feel like.
Yes. However, Charles doesn't typically have much time.
Well, I need my beauty sleep. I need some.
She needs her beauty sleep. She does not get her beauty sleep.
I
Spoiler
love
alert.
that because it makes her so much more of an asshole. I need to know when this is wrapping up. She did such a good
Sorry, that
job.
came out poorly.
Jordan is such a nice person.
Is that how you feel?
Jordan's a very nice
And
person.
I love the fact that their
My
characters
sincerest
film.
Jordan is my roommate.
Yeah.
A little behind the scenes. Jordan is my roommate in real life. I do not see her a lot.
I'm still very amused that their characters despise each other. It's so funny.
Yeah, Mr. Twain's best friend.
Yeah. But he's also just a person. No, I'm calling you a fool. There's a difference.
It's been a while since we've watched this, by the way.
Suppose there is.
Yeah, it's been
He
at
has good
least
judgment.
We remember.
several months.
And yet you believe you
But-
was.
Oh, absolutely. I'm the best.
Yeah, it's like it was literally like last year,
year.
and yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
A
Because
year
we
ago?
we filmed this in September,
Yeah, September 1st.
and
We're doing drink party.
October 31st
On the main channel, on the Pastor Giants.
and it's weird because it's been over a year now since we filmed this, since this night, and yeah, we remember
So much.
so much.
Obviously, I don't remember everything that happened.
All the
everything that was said.
We put so much into this. There are
Many, like 4 months.
Yeah.
At least.
I think we started the process in June.
It's your
Yeah.
party.
That's
Yeah,
that's 4 months. That's 4 months before
No,
October.
And then after,
speak
we had 2 months to edit. I had 2 months to edit.
Mhm.
To
To which I came maybe 3 times.
I think you came once when it's from we edited the very first one,
Mhm.
and then once at the end.
I think, coincidentally enough, I think I was present for the editing of the first episode and the third episode, which are the only 2 episodes I have seen.
It's just what it is.
He was supposed to have more, but he got very busy.
Life kicked me in the ass.
I suppose.
You're here now, and we're
Thank you.
watching it.
After all,
And as you can tell, I'm trying to butter them up.
Yes.
I suppose. I am being patroned by
Not to brag. It is to
I love that line.
It
That's
is
a brag.
Oh my.
It is. That was me being like, you wouldn't do that. Not to brag. No, that was all very intentional.
Not to brag.
No, it is.
Actually, you know what?
Really?
I think I really made his personality of
No.
he's the most important person in the world,
I was a producer.
and he is.
I do know this.
No,
Oh.
Just part of it.
So I can so
he knows what's coming. He is the most important person.
Mhm. He
So
knows.
what kind of productions are
It's his party, and he'll
mainly
die if he wants to.
Makes sense.
I don't want to watch it.
I hate you.
Nor do I.
We only got about
14,
No.
17.
What
17.
am I doing?
left. And I do believe the last little bit, it's like, we're very close to it.
Yep.
In the
We're
Fox.
close to the great.
I very intentionally wanted to get everyone there and then pretend to
Or CNN?
Oh, yeah,
It
that's
was
the other
pretend.
one.
Yeah.
Sure.
I can't really talk about the speech yet. Right after
NPR?
it's done.
The speech is one of my favorite parts of the entire thing.
Guys,
I want to wait
United.
until it's fully done to talk about the end.
It's all
Right before that starts, we're going to talk about this and Charles Finn's introduction and all that stuff.
Right.
This is very fun.
Yes. Well, you may have to half the time. Even that.
I agree.
Understand.
I will say, one of the things that people discredit us actors is that we aren't
Focus, we gotta
nearly as
commentate.
intelligent.
Commentate.
There's some actresses. who
Always
avoid-
twirls her hair. That's an important detail for
No, I
later
need
when
you to
she's
speak
twirling
that
her
with your
hair
full
again.
chest, whatever it was you just
Say it with your chest.
Come on.
That effectively.
Say it with your chest. She is so fucking sassy.
Sure you
I
did.
know, it's so funny. She's so easily hated.
She does that shit in real life, but
But
it's
the
a joke in
Just
there.
in
don't,
this,
like,
it's not.
Yeah. She'll be like, huh? Say that
We
again?
told her to be a bitch, and she was. She played that role beautifully.
She said, okay.
You seem chill.
Okay, I will.
I mean, yeah, sure, you're legal, but you're not like super
I'm trying not to laugh.
I wouldn't say sales. Like,
I
not
think you did a really good job,
illegal.
but that is a really good.
Mhm. Colton letting it out when he hears a small joke.
Have you ever listened to true crime? Like, a lot of people take out life insurance.
This part.
lot of
This
people
is
take
where
out life
Jordan's
insurance
personality
policies.
mixes
And
with
then-
ours. We
As well
talk
as
about
the-
the primal law.
Yeah, which is very ironic
I do know
considering
that
the genre thing that she was playing in.
part of the industry.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the basic stuff, but for anyone you are in contact with, when you are doing business, you gotta know the ins and outs.
He's doing health insurance again.
Exactly.
What else?
We went on so long about health insurance, and behind the camera, I was like, "God,
Shut
damn, come on!"
I intentionally left him 20 minutes ago just because I thought it was funny and to piss him off. It was great. It was very funny. It was much needed humor, especially considering the next two don't have a
A
lot.
person who has died for every funny.
Which is
Well,
great.
It
I
does
said
have
that
the
a lot.
funniest scene.
I said a lot,
I know. There isn't a lot of it.
which I think really works well because the ending of this one sets up the tone of the next two.
I think what
And the beginning of part 2 is my favorite. It's such a good beginning.
I can't talk about that.
Talk about when we get there.
We coordinated that.
That was planned.
But even more commonly than that, it's just a big part of the industry is tax for which there are different names. But if the person is murdered, that
Life
requires a
insurance.
full different subset of costs and expenditures. So we have to know.
My
And we
head
have to
canon
truly
is
know
that
if
he
we think
sells
there's
life insurance
any
to
suspicion
people
about how
and
the person
kills.
we have to launch our personal
Got cash in
investigation
somehow.
for which we will for the authorities and I hope and see what's going on.
Even though it wouldn't go to him and
No, it was just, yeah.
kill the family. That's not that hard.
Rob the family after the fact.
to make it our clients.
I think we're almost
But
there.
if
Oh
there's
yeah.
fraud,
We're very
then that
close.
makes for a whole different
I bet
set
in the last 8
of legal
minutes
issues.
we're gonna start seeing that.
Yeah, because it's from this scene where you
Go
go.
butter him up again.
We are. And Miss Living up there. Miss Lawyer's Miss Wolf.
Yes.
Really? It's kind of hard to tell when you're sitting there.
He's supposed to be a little nervous. A lot of new, very cool new people, more of our in a personal environment. Instead of like a courtroom where he doesn't really need to focus on a lot of detail.
He worries so much.
What, just girls?
Seeing how we're looking.
Oh, I was over the dining room.
I'm looking.
Dining room the whole time. Good. Next.
Good.
Oh, I start my words constantly.
No, but apparently he was having a hard time with his own thinking, and it was just dear friend Harmony and us.
Alice seems to enjoy
Alice seems to enjoy arguing.
I mean, it's just
That's a really good observation. I don't know if I caught
It's never
that
happened to me.
at first.
as
Very nice.
I mean,
Eleanor
I can't just
also,
let all that child waste.
very early on, seems to try to pit the characters on one another.
Mhm.
Just very
I-
subtle.
As you watch, you can clearly tell.
Honestly,
When you know who the murderer is, it's like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense now.
yeah,
You see the
time
signs.
and place.
That's not a normal human thing to say.
That was wild. But now that you are, it's hard to imagine you're not.
Same with me.
That's very true.
I think you do a very good job. Like,
I'll send somebody over here and plan out the
Here we go.
Oh, don't worry. We're
We
fine.
have plenty to talk about.
Don't worry about us, said
I
the
will be
murderer.
calling a toast soon at some point.
Calling
You
it-
keep in mind that.
Which that was me being like, okay, well I'm willing to.
Yeah, you're here for maybe 2 minutes.
I agree. Soon I would like everyone to meet up in the living room.
This is Aaron, the actor, being like, this is a good time.
Right. Yeah. You would like to, set time to mine.
And I give him a handshake, and then I go over and hug Vinny, which he didn't catch.
Oh, I did not catch that.
Okay.
I wish I did.
because you see me walk over. I go over and hug Vinny.
Yeah.
He did not catch that, and I'm very upset about this, sir.
I am upset about it as well.
What is her face?
Oh, hey.
But now we get to talk about Charles Dwayne and his introduction and everything that happened with him before his timely demise. Or very timely demise, actually.
We rehearsed this. So
we'll get there.
Okay.
After that. We're talking about Charles Dwayne and his introduction.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yes, you are. You're perfectly. You're good.
I really want to talk about the great
really
spectacle.
wants to talk about that. The whole title of the episode. But Charles Dwayne, Charles Dwayne is actually a character that my brother created.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like, I just took him. He was a collector, a kind of person like that, very flamboyant. And I just thought, I think he's a great character who would be perfect for the murdered of a murder mystery.
Right.
I wanted my brother to plan.
That's why there's
he
a bunch
unfortunately
of
couldn't.
ships and stuff. Though that's
he unfortunately, Patrick, my brother, couldn't play him at the time. He was working late, very late. We had already started by that point, and we didn't want to wait any longer. That's another reason that we took a long time, because we were waiting to see if he could play.
Yeah, he would have gotten there about 8:30 or 9. Like, it was.
We had already started long before that, but I was very happy and fortunate to be able to play Charles Dwayne. I think it did a very good job making him flamboyant, buttering everybody up.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see in the next scene how much the subtleness of what he thinks of the people there. I think it did a really good job being subtle, but not too subtle. You know what I mean? Like, it's noticeable, but only if you really think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think throughout this, I think he's a very interesting character. Obviously, he doesn't have much going for him now. Besides just what's been told about him from everyone else, and that's a decent chunk. But next scene is it's a very good one, and we're gonna be going to the end for this next part.
It's probably the best scene. I love this scene very much.
I think this scene, the last scene in part 3, and the scene, where is it? And the very beginning scene of part 2. Spectacular.
I think
very
those 3 are the best.
Very much so.
One for each episode too.
Yeah. It was very nice. But this next scene is going to be very great. We're still going to be talking throughout it, but oh my gosh. But for the most part, I think we should be staying silent for the most part, unless we think there's anything we need to say. Just because this next scene is very good.
Quips.
Yeah.
Hi. Hey.
Welcome.
Hello.
Good morning.
No?
Pardon me. My bad.
Oh, my wonderful.
That's a Carsonism.
What?
Morning.
You have
even though it's evening.
have you?
He showed someone up to say it too.
Sorry, each other.
A little bit.
This was not planned. I
Would
thought
you
I was
mind if
going
I
to introduce everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Introduce me yourself.
Of course.
Okay. Obviously,
I love this.
you all know who I am. I am Ghost
Ghost
Wayne.
Wayne.
And I own the
I own the
place.
place.
That's the best I got. Sorry.
That's the best I got.
haven't practiced.
I thought that was so funny. That was not even
I
just
know you
an
have a name.
Irinism. That was me being like, I think
Any
this
balance
is
here?
going to be good.
Yeah.
Family.
Alice, I'm an actress.
Insurance.
Harmony, I'm the fashion designer. His fashion designer.
Very good.
I need to pause it right there.
Yeah.
That's when the mess up happened.
This is the after effects. Colton, you can see Colton laughing. This is because this is right after he introduced himself as Kieran Kennedy, the lawyer.
And everyone lost it for like a good minute.
Because I think, I don't remember who, but they were like, you're not. Yeah,
no,
it
that was
you.
me. I'm like, he
You're
said,
like,
Kieran Kennedy, a lawyer. And I just went,
you're not a lawyer.
And then you see both Nate and Carson, who are sitting next to him, just look over like,
his face when he realized
he was
what
like,
said,
oh,
he goes,
fuck.
oh, fuck. It's hilarious.
It's really funny. Oh my gosh. But anyway, I just wanted to get that out there.
Eleanor, and I do traditional art for our dear.
She says that with such contempt.
Kieran Kennedy. I'm a
politician. And a very good one at that.
I try to keep it moving. Try to get
Lemmings,
everyone-
Lawrence Lemmings.
You can tell him get
Lemmings Law. I'm his lawyer.
He says that.
Lawrence
Lemmings.
Lemmings Law.
the best quote
Policy.
Yeah, very amusing.
besides
That's policy.
I know.
next one.
Policy, you're not on the clock.
Well, you're not letting me. You told me to leave them.
No, sorry, I need to go back. Look at my stance.
Well, you're not letting me. You told me to leave them.
You're like a literal like Five
Because
Nights
I
at
says
Freddy's
it-
character.
My cards.
Yeah, of course I told you to leave him the clock. You're not a lawyer.
I love that you can tell the character like breaks his act of no. Stop.
I have to grab something before first, and but you know.
That was me setting up the camera.
Oh, I'll be right back.
And also just getting everything ready, getting the cup ready, papers ready.
Sam's a little.
Maybe he has a cake.
Why is Alice not wearing shoes?
I would love it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Quentin Tarantino.
No,
Yes.
no.
I
shut up.
hope not.
I don't
Does
understand.
anyone know his birthday?
I don't think it's home.
It has to be some
What?
sort of holiday,
He
though,
could
right?
have a Halloween cake.
We're not talking about that. We're not
No.
talking about that.
We don't need.
You don't get to know
Like a
about that part.
chocolate cake
No.
with chocolate.
Chocolate cake with kind of an orangey icing. And
Yeah. Oh, that sounds amazing.
I love this part because it feels so natural.
That'd be
Hmm.
good.
Red Velvet's for Christmas, though.
Devil's
It
food.
depends.
Oh,
Sorry?
I don't know about that.
Devil's food.
What?
excuse you.
Red Velvet being more Christmassy.
Velvet.
I did.
What?
I heard that. I heard
What?
that snide remark.
That's
Yeah.
genuine confusion.
Oh.
I love
It's called
that I
tap.
just zoomed in
You have
fully on his face.
I know. And you got the what?
Okay.
What? Oh. Am I gonna come in soon?
So,
I
What
think
kind
so.
of paintings do you like to paint?
Yeah, definitely.
well, I paint this.
He looked
and
right into the camera right
really
there.
Yeah.
Most of what I do is shaped by the wind.
We
so
paused every
Charles-
time they
Almost
looked
every
in the
time.
camera
Many times we could tell.
because he is my
and sent a photo to
one and
whoever
only,
did it
patron.
and just completely
I paint for every month.
slandered.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it wasn't slander. It's all true.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
Always.
That's good.
Talking about
That's my
Charles
favorite
Wayne
thing about
again and what they do for him.
Yes, a bit of your own personality is
And then
necessary.
her personality.
Same with your fashion
Nice.
designs. Do you
That's
ever get
good.
to put your
Mhm.
own-
It's a little bit hard to be able to do that with fashion.
The psychopath with the feelings pillow.
Yeah,
That's
Ironic.
Also
ironic.
something about-
Very ironic. Oh no.
But he does let me like make my own label on him, so that's good. So hopefully one day I'll be able to have my own.
I think everyone did a really good job being in character and
Oh,
having
yeah.
their characters be
What about
them.
you? Do you put a personal flair on your politic?
Politics.
Politicking?
Why are you not turned the camera toward him yet?
That's a good question.
Oh, here we go. You don't see my ass yet.
Oh, nothing.
I got to stare at his ass for 30 minutes.
You okay?
This is gonna be great.
No, it's fine.
I have the paper that he wrote
It's okay.
like not too long before we started.
It was not long before the interviews.
Yes,
We're
that's
gonna,
okay.
we're gonna do all this after.
Sorry, nervous.
I think we should just
Hello, everyone. Can I
This
I
is
say,
almost
can I pay attention?
totally
Everybody, all paying attention to me. Sorry. My name is Charles Sweeney, man of the hour. Man of the house.
I love being
Um,
fun.
The
Man.
man you all came to see tonight.
I know it
Actually,
sounds
many
like
of
something,
you
but I love this
have already gotten
camera.
into
It sets up something that's about to happen.
Very good.
You just don't know what.
Look at all of you heroes. Bobby, my dear friend, dazzling and splendid and such good taste in the pie. If you'd only spent half as much time on my suits as you did your dresses, I think we could talk of the
I'll
Talk
start
like the
with
Joker.
Well, thanks. We'll see about that.
We need to see this joke again.
Oh yes.
This is one of the
Yes.
best jokes in the entire thing. I had just said if you had spent half as much of time on my suits as you did your dresses, you'd be the talk of the town. And then she says this beautiful one-liner, and then I make it even better.
To your dresses. I think we could talk of the town.
Start wearing dresses then.
That's a legitimate Aaron laugh.
That was a real
That
laugh.
was a real laugh. At least the first part of it. I think it started off like, you know what I mean?
Well, thanks. We'll see about that.
And then I just say, "We'll see about that." That's
We'll see
so,
about that.
that is golden. That is hilarious. Okay.
Kennedy, My good friend Karen Kennedy. Your politics always charm and confuse the hell out of me. It goes right over my head.
You didn't see me do
But your
that.
campaign was weak.
So upsetting.
It's a
I
shame
did it for you.
it didn't go the way you thought it would. But I implore you to try again. I guarantee you.
It's so passive aggressive considering what we know.
Yeah.
Your acting has always been so brilliant. And the money is so much better. You were born to
That
be
is a
movie star in
face
the world.
of upset. That is an upset face of money, huh?
The money is
'Cause,
a deep cut.
Money is the thing that Charles Wayne stole from her.
It's a
That
it's
is,
a
yeah.
deep cut.
Mm-hmm. I think that's great.
Full of them, you stand
Hair
out
flip.
among the rest. Strut with them.
That's some subtle acting. I really like that.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Aaron messing up and casually playing it up. Oh, let's talk about this. I love this idea. We
This
didn't
is
do
a
it for
good
anyone
one.
else, and
Yeah.
I think it works.
It does work a lot.
This was an hourglass that we're trying to show someone's about to die.
Yeah.
Specifically Charles Wayne. And I think we do a really good job at setting up. It's very unsettling. It's very creepy. And I love it.
Especially that it's in an empty room. It's
Mhm.
just
There's no one there.
empty room. No one's there.
I think it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget. Eleanor Evans.
I really like the way I just pointed
The
everyone.
woman who made my own fortune. The fortune I have. What?
He wants you to know who he's talking about.
She's been by my side, fueling my collections personally. I applaud you, Princess, and all that you do. Very
That is some
good friend. You have
contempt in
been
those eyes.
so
That's
brilliant.
good act. I like that.
All
I
this.
love everyone's acting in this scene.
Mhm.
And I have done it.
I love this scene in particular.
This is a lot of kindness. that you
As you can tell, I'm gonna go back. The way I say this is such genuine. Everything else I'm saying a little bit more
It's
exaggerated.
theatric.
It's theatrical.
Farce.
But for this, I try to be genuine. Like I try to get my voice to break as well.
Yeah.
I think you can hear that.
And I haven't done a single thing. This is a lot of kindness. that you
You didn't take my life.
And this is the only one that's really
I
genuine.
just wish you were drop dead handsome. Look at him. He looks gorgeous.
That's
He's
really
really-
talking. I'm kidding.
I did write that
He
line.
did write that line. It's very funny. But I love the way I say it because it's him trying to be. It's him trying to bring it back. Like he's not trying to be genuine.
Right,
He's trying to be,
he's-
bring back the spectacle.
There's like this
se.
emotion here, and it's so out of place from
Compared to
everything
everything
else.
else.
else he was saying. And then he's like, "Just wish you weren't drop dead ends." And
Gets
you know,
right back into
it's
the
right back in
theatrics.
Drop dead handsome. Look at him.
And then
He looks gorgeous.
I like the things that I add on to it that you didn't put in.
Yeah. Which, naturally you would do that if you're reading a
Mhm.
speech.
And I was
You
like,
wanna
I'm gonna
add
do
things.
this, and it's gonna be great.
It's really good to see you.
That part specifically, I like. It's really good to see.
Last but definitely not the least of you are all. Attorney at law, you are truly the
He is the least
smartest
of
man,
them,
my
yeah.
friend. But you do a
Thank you.
damn good job of keeping me out of
Legal
more
trouble.
trouble. That's why I said you are a trooper, my good man, and may you find fortune. I'm sure you will.
That's not bad. I'm sure you will.
I'm sure you will.
I hardly want to talk about myself.
I love the way everyone reacts, but also watch
Oh,
this.
you know you better than that.
You always
Yeah,
do.
come on.
I love that scene.
This
that
is
part.
so good.
Everything from here on, I think I think I did such a good job. I think I did such a good job.
Chef's kiss.
I think I did a great job all of this, but after this point specifically.
Actually, everyone was terrible before this. Unwatchable, really.
You're being muted. But this scene in particular, this part, the last bit,
Yeah.
is when I drink the poison.
Yeah.
Is when it starts kicking in.
That's how he dies.
And-
he take the poison.
You could tell based on my expression.
Watch as he drinks.
Oh, come on. You know you better than that.
You always
Yeah,
do.
come on.
It tastes weird, but it's not focused on.
When
It tastes like
And you
food
can
dye.
tell I start talking more slurred more stuttery.
Mm-hmm.
Trafficked group of men and women sit in front of me. But if you would all just a little longer. Just a little bit longer. When I met each and every one of you, I thought you were people of their own riches and self-made. Many of
You see,
have seen true struggles.
that was an actual mess up.
Oh, really?
I believe it was.
I didn't know that.
But I think it works really well.
It does work really
That's
well.
what I think. I kept going because
Yeah.
I was like, no, that works.
Yeah.
I didn't stop myself.
And of
or
course,
anything.
you know, like his mind wouldn't be like in the best shape, obviously.
Mm-hmm. And I love that it's a little bit of this, and then it's the second drink that really puts it over the edge.
Mm-hmm.
And many of you know what it's like to be poor. Poor than poor. I came up from riches, so I have no such past.
That line right there is very important because it's brought up in a separate part. And I really like the way it's brought up.
So sorry. But
See, it's kind of hard for him
I
to
pride
see.
myself in being a man of action and a friendship. I know in my heart that each one of you is
And everyone
destined.
genuinely thought that it was just emotion. Everyone
Right.
genuinely thought that until
Like
happened.
he's being emotional, but that's not how
That's not
that
what's happening.
part was written.
To be greater than I. You just need a little push. This life can
It's one of my favorite parts.
a dreadful one, but it's nights like this
Love to zoom
where
out.
we can really see
because you do.
what all of this is about. It's about people you want with you. Just one moment.
Charles!
Hey, no. Hey.
Someone call 911! What are you guys doing?
Where's the phone?
Such a serious moment. And then Colton's putting on his name.
And here we have the credits. That is the end of part 1.
Me in the club when this banger comes on.
We're gonna go back through and talk about all that.
Oh yeah. That is one of
I
our
really love that scene. After the second drink, especially, and the fact that the first one who got to me is Ella.
Hey, that's me. Hey, that's you.
Hey, it's me. Yeah. Gosh. But talking about specifically this part, when I started choking up, I think I did a really good job selling that. Like it
Yeah.
was just emotion. My favorite part about this whole thing is that I rehearsed this maybe 3 times before.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't even think I got through the third one. I got twice.
Midway through the third one, I think it was Jordan who arrived first.
Somebody showed up, and I was like, "Oh no!"
And I was like, "Okay, we need to."
And
get
I didn't
this.
even rehearse falling. I don't think. I think I did
You
maybe a couple
rehearsed
times.
once, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't very many times.
No.
But the falling was really good.
Yeah, all of this is. I'm just gonna go a little bit forward. But like, yeah, this was not rehearsed very much
Mhm.
beforehand, so I think I did spectacularly based on that.
He did the great spectacular.
No.
So yeah, the script that he is reading from, I wrote just right before everyone got there,
Mm-hmm.
and it took me like maybe 20-30 minutes, but it was 3 pages long. It was quite long, and I just was like, okay, this is what he would think. Yeah, this would be what he thinks. And then I let Aaron look at it, and he was like, whoa, this is great.
This is great.
And
I'm gonna
then-
be adding stuff throughout.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, what if we called the script The Great Spectacle? Like, this is the defining moment of Charles Dwayne's
We knew
life.
this would be called The Great Spectacle, like maybe even before we recorded it. I don't remember.
It was like right before everyone got there when we discussed that, and then somewhere in the process we were like, oh, we should call the first episode The Great Spectacle.
And then
And
like
that was
the
great.
hourglass parts I thought was really fun. As you can see the different parts of him in the time of his death.
Yep.
The hourglass is at different levels. I really like that.
It's great.
Everyone's reactions to it was great. Nobody knew what was going to happen. The only one who knew something was Connor, because I told him I wanted him to be right there.
Yeah, Connor knew just a little bit. He knew to be the nearest to Charles in this moment.
Something really fun is when you go through and you can see Colton put his name tag back up.
What are you guys doing? We're
Watch Colton. Watch Kieran. There's name tag. Taps it right back on.
He does not give a fuck. He's just like, oh, he's dead. Everyone needs to know who I am now.
But I think the music is very good.
Oh yeah.
The music throughout this is just like Mozart, just classical music. Part 2 and 3 that we really went into it with the music.
And it gets eerie and like
I actually think you were there for all of the music.
All of the music I was there.
Specifically the music.
Specifically the
music. Not the regular editing, but specifically the music.
Yeah, specifically the music.
That's something I told you. I was like, I need you to be there for that. I want you there for that.
And I'm really glad I was, because I think it came out really well with our combined effort on that part. It was... Well, it's amazing. I think our music choice was one of the best things we did for the whole thing.
I agree.
There's just moments that are like
that are increased greatly by the music.
Yeah.
Like if without it, it'd be too quiet, which you'd imagine would be a problem for some of it. Like like the next one. I'm not going to talk too much about that, obviously, but there's no music in that except for the intro and the credits.
Yeah.
But it really works because it feels like it's actually there. This is not meant to be like that. It's meant to be a regular kind of film thing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the music's very good. A lot of it's reused, but we wanted to get as many tracks as possible so that it doesn't repeat too often.
Yeah.
I think we had like 5 or 7, maybe 10 tracks that we kept using because we couldn't find any more that we liked or that we thought fit.
Because that was a hard part. You needed to capture the moment. Yeah.
We didn't want any music that felt out of place, which was very difficult.
Yeah,
very difficult.
It was very difficult.
But I think we did a really good job with that. And we will talk about that in the next one. But it's just general talk about the whole thing.
Yeah. I think it's a very strong opening, as I said earlier. I think that you nailed down who these characters are. You now have all you need to really know going.
And the person that they came here to be with and talk to, and Charles Dwayne, and then he's dead at the end. That's the great spectacle, setting up the tone for the next 2, which very little humor. The humor that is there is not from jokes; it's from things that are happening.
Yeah.
As a part near the beginning that we're very excited to see. Very excited for that one.
That is one of my favorite scenes of the entire thing.
Yeah, not because it's good or anything. It's great, but not for any other reason besides it's hilarious.
The blooper reel shows you how
the
much
other
I
perspective.
Yeah, it's
in fact good. You might even be able to hear him.
You might be able to hear me laugh. I was not exactly too quiet.
Yeah, that's fine. But speaking about the first part, I think it's a great beginning.
Oh
to the whole murder mystery, which altogether is like 4.5 hours.
Yeah, it's quite long.
Quite a decent length.
The second episode, to put into perspective, the one that we just did is just as long as just the second episode.
In fact, I think it's shorter.
It probably
I want to check. The let the games begin should be either this one. I don't remember. No. It's around Yeah, it's this one. Oh, and it's not.
Ah.
It's like 7 minutes longer than part 2.
Yeah.
7 or 8
long.
minutes longer, which is part 2 is a long one.
Yeah.
And it needs to be that long because it's all just it's them solving puzzles, and I wanted everything that we could get that was as I didn't want to cut out too much, but
Yeah.
I think I should have cut out a lot more than I did.
There's
that's
quiet moments, but that's not like
Bad.
always bad.
And,
yeah.
Yeah, quiet moments are good. But enough about part 2. Part
Yeah.
1, very good. I'm very proud of part 1, especially part 1.
Mhm.
I think it's a very good start. And I love all the characters in it.
Oh yeah, all the
And I
characters
think
are great.
they all stay that really decent throughout the 3 parts.
Mhm.
But do you have anything more to say?
No, I think that's about all my thoughts on the first episode. It was just a lot of fun.
Mhm.
The
Planning was very stressful.
planning was very stressful.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
murder mystery was very hard on me especially. I had lots of fun doing it.
Mhm.
It was just really hard to find time to do it, and it took a lot of time too.
It did.
But
Longest project by far.
it is the longest project by far. But man,
so much
it was so rewarding. It was
so much fun to do.
just watching it.
I'm
I
excited to
watched
do
the
commentary for
first
part
and
2.
third episode live, and I was like, it's so good. It's so
Mhm.
good.
I think that was great.
Mm-hmm.
And this was fun.
Yeah, this was very fun.
You know what I said about podcast at the beginning? You know what I said about podcast at the beginning?
I heard what you said about podcasts in the beginning.
I'm kidding. Or am I? I'm kidding. Where am I?
But
We'll be doing. We should be doing part 2 at some point.
Mhm.
I want to have all parts done before releasing all the commentary. But this
So
was great.
for you,
Mhm.
it's now. For
Yeah.
us, it's whenever
Yeah.
in the future.
in the future.
We'll see about it because Halloween extravaganza is crazy
Yeah.
and October is crazy.
So
October is crazy for me
in general,
and adding upon
Are you
eternal
busy tomorrow?
epilogue. No.
Oh sweet. We might be doing the next one tomorrow.
No, I'm not busy tomorrow.
It's really funny. I'll talk to my parents about that. That's really funny. In fact, if you're not busy at all, we could just bump up both of them
So maybe it's tomorrow.
for us. But this was very fun. I'm very excited to do the next one whenever that is.
Yeah.
But I don't think we have anything more to say about that. Part 1 of the murder mystery, which on the Pads and Dragons Productions channel is called A Murder Mystery.
Mm-hmm.
The Great Spectacle. Final words?
Just
It was
thank you
blast.
for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching.
It was it's so fun. I think it's fun to just talk about this thing. As
if
we're
possible,
watching.
I really want to do for the next one a cast commentary.
Yeah,
get the whole cast over, watch it, talk about it.
I would be down, even if
it's really hard to get everybody over.
Yeah,
but
it's hard.
I think we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can do it.
I definitely would want to be a part of that because I like my character. I really like my character. I'm very invested in them.
Yeah. Which you'll see in the part 3, actually. But this was very fun.
Yeah.
We'll do the next one soon, and thank you everyone for watching.
Catch you later.